Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we are checking out Forspoken with FSR 3. This is only going to be FSR 3. We're not doing any other types of... we're not going to do anything else with this. We're starting off right here. We are in the Ultra Performance, so let me go ahead and show you that. We're in Ultra Performance of FSR 3, so we're going to go ahead and look at that. Alright, so essentially the overall image quality, this is at 4K, the overall image quality looks freaking pretty stable. And I am looking at this on the LG OLED, the C2. So, I don't know if we're getting any, like, upscaling from the TV as well. But, alright, let's look over here.
Wakey.
You see, like,
I'm awake.
You can see, like, the scaffolding right there. Kind of see it shimmer a little bit as you pan the camera. But vegetation. Look at this vegetation. Like, that does not look super fuzzy. I mean, you can see her hair though. You can see how the breakup, how it gives you that checkerboard rendering look. In the hair, kind of gives you that like little, like it's like little pixelated squares. Like you can see that. You can see a little bit of little tiny bit of ghosting around the body as you pan the camera. And then the overall texture quality obviously looks, you know, I mean, you can tell that it's there, but it doesn't look like it's like super sharp texture. If you look at the pixelation while you move her face, you see like the pixelated checkerboard. That looks to me like more of like a checkerboard look. Around her head, you see how it starts to fizzle. Kind of starts to fizzle around her whole body, basically. Especially with the hair. With the hair starts to. But overall distant quality looks fairly decent. The overall image quality for the most part very, very stable, and as you can see just with FSR 3 at ultra quality, you're getting almost 100 frames a second with just that, and that's without any kind of frame gen, no frame gen on. So overall image quality on ultra performance, very impressive compared to what it used to be. Definitely not the setting that I would be choosing for a visual experience, but if you're pure performance and don't believe in frame generation, this right here is a significant uptick, especially on this LG OLED. This looks absolutely incredible. Like, this is 100% playable, high frame rate. So if you look out there in the distance, you will see that little that other scaffolding over there. Even that there has some pretty decent detail to it. Nothing really looks blurry when you pan the camera. Like, you're not getting no blur or anything, but you do get like the faster moving pixelization out of these scaffolding right there. You should be able to see that, how it moves like that. So, alright, let's go ahead and bump that up a notch to performance. We'll get back in. And now when you go faster, it doesn't like pixelate as much. And the pixelization of her hair is dang near almost gone. Dang near almost gone. Like, it is a lot harder to see that pixelization in her hair now than it was before. Like, it looks a lot more connected. You can still see it. Don't get me wrong, you can still see it, but it does look significantly better than what it just did. and this is in the performance mode, and this is dropping you down to 70, about 70 frames. But now, if you look at the overall texture of the ground, you definitely got a higher texture pass. The rock face right there, you can actually see texture in that now. When you move the camera around, like, there's really no freaking like ghosting. And then you look out there, still looks very nice. Nice shadow edges. Definitely can see a little bit better texture for sure. Wow. That is a very nice improvement over what FSR performance used to be. Significant. I mean, you can still see a little bit of breakup in the hair, but it is definitely looking significantly better. Distant detail, it does look like there's probably a little bit more texture. The texture looks a little bit sharper on the rock faces behind. Still very high quality character model. Character model looks extremely high quality. Shadow quality is looking very, very good. So no ghosting. Image quality looks pretty stable for the most part. You still get a little bit of shimmering on that, but we will get all the way to native resolution and look at that as well. So, all right, let's go ahead and bump us down to balanced, or bump us up to balanced. So hair quality looks about the same, but you definitely are noticing a lot more crispness in the overall image. Like, this is almost hard to discern from 4K native. Like, definitely, look at this. This looks very, very impressive. Still get a little bit of image instability on that. Even that scaffolding back down over there even looks more, yeah, it still looks pretty dang good. This definitely does have a higher quality look and texture. Very, very nice looking hair. Like, you can still kind of see a little bit, but it is not bad at all when you spin the camera around Frey. Very nice. There's no fizzle. There's no fizzle on her head. I mean, very, very fine line of fizzle, but it was significantly more fizzly before. I mean, you get a little bit depending on, like, when you're going across that grass, but that's like trying to resolve the grass and her hair at the same time. So, you know, you can kind of expect that a little bit, but the overall vegetation, even on just performance, was already looking good. Like, it was already looking good. Everything in motion looks pretty nice, and we are still in the 70s. So let's go ahead and crank it on over to quality.
Shall we make a move?
Yeah, we're gonna sit right here.
You don't make moves. You just sit there being a prick.
So it looks like the overall hair is still, you know, I mean, it looks pretty nice. There's about the same amount of fizzle going through the grass over there. I mean, balanced already looks very, very nice. Now we're under 60 frames, but we're getting closer to 60, and I think before it wasn't always that nice. You still get a little bit of freaking breakup right through there. You could definitely tell that frame rate being a little bit lower. Let me see, do I have motion blur on? Let's turn off motion blur. Yeah, this looks a lot more stable. How that motion blur. Okay, we gotta go back to the very first one. Dang, motion blur ruins everything. See how you can automatically notice that like all of the fine detail gets stripped out. You get a little bit more instability around the head. But you just go from freaking that. I did not mean to do that. Yeah, but yeah, the motion blur being out of there makes it, gosh, that's just so much smoother. All right, we were at quality, so let's go back on over to quality.
There's nothing here. Should we turn around and head back?
I don't know. It feels like a waste of time if we don't find something, you know?
Maybe that's the way I'm thinking.
Yeah, so quality looks pretty good. Looks pretty sharp. All right, let's go to native resolution. Off with 100 res. Now we are native 4K, and we have 0 breakup in the hair. 100% pure freaking rasterized pixel. Every single piece of hair seems to lay perfectly now. Wow. Let's go back to leave it right there. Quality. Dang, that is so freaking close to native. It's not even funny. Wow. FSR 3 is I mean, like, you can just see in her hair just how freaking close that is. I mean, just towards the ends, can you see like the breakup in the wind? Wow, that is very, very impressive. I mean, you can still see just a tad at native. Oh boy, that is impressive. Ooh, FSR 3 has improved that much. Let's try native AA. So native AA, okay, so that basically just gives us like a native image. Yeah, because you can see that like the hair still looks about the same. Wow, look at that. But we're getting into the 30s with that. So let's try our frame generation. So that puts us in the 60s. Well, that does not feel very, very good right there. Look at that. That doesn't feel too very good. That seems a little bit stuttery with native AA. So with this game here, you're going to definitely want... I mean, that's playable like forward or whatever, but in terms of like panning the camera, that feels a little bit off. So we will go from native AA to... Gosh dang it. To ultra performance. Let's see what that gives us. Wow.
Might as well pocket this. This should be easy enough.
This is so smooth.
That true of every battle.
4K. Ultra performance. That really does like help with the overall freaking... But this is way past my screen's refresh rate. So let's get it down to performance. That takes it closer, but it will still be... performance gets us to a little bit over, so let's go to balanced. I think balanced would be like the perfect spot for trying to get as close to 120 as possible at 4K. Yeah, look, we're still going over. My goodness. No way. So let's go back in, and we're just going to go all the way to gravity. Quality is going to probably feel the most stable on this 4K 120 FPS.
Not bad, I guess.
Yes, ought to come in handy.
Image quality looks incredible,
Horribly hot
and it feels very, very nice to play this.
Not a great combo.
Well, at least we don't
High
have to live here.
refresh rate at 4K for Forspoken is absolutely incredible. Ooh, boy.
Something's there. What should we do?
This is cool, man.
Pretend we didn't notice.
Definitely a believer.
Yeah. All right. Oh. Right on the money. Bring in the pain. Ugh. We got this.
Gosh, it
Didn't
just
even
feels
give him
so
time to
fluid.
blink.
Exactly what purpose is that ridiculous?
Just feels
exaggeration
so
supposed to serve?
fluid. So fluid. So, alright, let's get our piece of candy. So, alright, my friends. This is, yeah, FSR 3 is definitely an improvement over FSR 2. It's never looked or ran this good. I feel like we've even gotten better performance out of the overall update. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.